29? Hell yeah.
Jerry Springer there, who's died at the age of 79. Now, Turkey's President Erdogan has appeared on television for the first time since he fell ill on Tuesday and cancelled his engagements in a crucial election campaign. He spoke via video link at an event to open Turkey's first nuclear power plant built by Russia. Also on the giant screen was President Putin. There's been speculation about Mr. Erdogan's health just 3 weeks before Turkey holds presidential and parliamentary polls. Well, Sibel Oktay is a non-resident fellow at the Chicago Council on Global Affairs and an associate professor at University of Illinois at Springfield, specializing in foreign policy. Thank you very much, Sibel, for joining us here on the program. There's been so much speculation about President Erdogan's health on social media and across the globe about why he continues to sort of cancel many of these appearances. And of course, he did fall ill in front of the cameras once before as well.
Mm-hmm. Right. So Erdogan's health and fears around Erdogan's health have ebbed and flown every few years. It's nothing new. Back in 2006, during his first term as prime minister, he was hospitalized and he fainted in his car, and his bodyguards had to forcibly remove him using sledgehammers to break the windows. In 2011, and then after in 2012, he had back-to-back surgeries from his digestive system to respond to colon cancer, and it was rumored that several inches from his large intestine was removed. Back in 2014, he lost his voice on the campaign trail, and he continued to campaign with that raspy voice. And then in the last couple of years, there are more and more videos that are coming out where during public engagements, he's seen to be struggling to walk. And I think it was the summer of 2021 when during a televised holiday greeting to the nation, he briefly passed out as he was talking mid-sentence, and sort of opened his eyes after 1 or 2 seconds and continued talking. At that time he looked extremely fragile and frail.
Yeah, but and then again, this is a man who is still extremely resilient. I mean, he's been in power for decades now. He's had a coup launched against him. As you say, there's been speculation about his health. Do you feel, though, this time it is different?
I think it's too soon to tell. I think you're absolutely right that if there's one word that we can use to describe Erdogan is resilient. And the other thing is he loves campaigning. He loves being on the campaign trail. He loves being on the platform and having those more sincere conversations with his followers. So I think this could be just a one-off incident. And he's 69. I think people can show him the compassion. In fact, this sickness and this cancellation of events for the remainder of this week can give him some sympathy points.
But you know, you say he loves to campaign, and we have seen him on the campaign trail. I've covered elections in Turkey. I was there during the coup as well. This is a man who knows how to draw audiences to himself, and he stands in front of that podium and people listen. Do you feel, though, this time it's been quite low energy?
It really is, compared to this sort of trifecta leadership of the opposition coalition and their campaign success lately. It does seem that Erdogan's campaign and Erdogan's campaign performance has been quite lackluster. Now, maybe that's because of some of these health concerns that sort of flared during this televised interview 2 days ago, or maybe it's part of a broader issue about whether he can continue with the same level of energy for the next 4 or 5 years.
I mean, what are the polls saying at this point?
Right now, they're neck and neck. So right now, he's pretty much tied with Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, the leader of the opposition coalition.
Who also has been around a long time and who also is in his 70s.
He is. But I think the difference here is that Erdogan has been so much under the bright light, under the spotlight for 2 decades, whereas Kılıçdaroğlu has these two vice presidential candidates on the ticket with him who are wildly popular across the country, even though they are just mayors of major cities in Turkey.
Major cities, yeah. Sibel, Oktay, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you so much for bringing us up to date on the situation there with both Erdogan's health and the political situation.
Thanks for having me on the show.